Finance Bill 2025. Umepata chance ya kuipitia? Umeisoma? Umejua what it's all about? Here it's what it's all about. Okay. I'm going to tell you why Finance Bill 2025 is worse than Finance Bill 2024. And it's going to hit low-income earners and business people the hardest.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Celestine Wendia. I'll be your host for today. And my question is, have you read the 2025 Finance Bill? And if you haven't, I have done it on your behalf. You don't have to worry. And this is what I got from the whole thing. Apparently, the VAT on tea and coffee is going to reduce. But VAT will be added on pharmaceuticals and medications. So that basically means you get cheap coffee and cheap tea. But when you go to the hospital, that's when you are going to realize what a financial burden you have. Because tell me why they are reducing the VAT on those and yet increasing in medicines and pharmaceuticals. That means medicine is going to be more expensive. The healthcare system is going to be a mess. Because right now, even most people can't afford to get medicines in public hospitals. So tell me how adding VAT on pharmaceuticals is going to help that problem. How is that solving the problem? It feels like adding more tax on someone who can barely manage to do with the current one.
Finance Bill 2025. Umepata chance ya kuipitia? Umeisoma? Umejua what it's all about? Here it's what it's all about. Okay. I'm going to tell you why Finance Bill 2025 is worse than Finance Bill 2024. And it's going to hit low-income earners and business people the hardest. Yeah, that's right. Finance Bill 2025, here is what it's all about. Finance Bill 2025 is introducing neonatal tax. This is tax on newborn care. Newborn babies who have just arrived on earth. It has diaspora remittance levy. This is tax on money sent by Kenyans abroad. So when you mkona people who send you money from abroad, yep, that's also gonna get taxed. VAT on all products, digital products, food products, everything you can think of that you buy is going to have a value-added tax. No more exemptions, Kenyans. Pay raised to 37.7% for high earners, 25% minimum for low earners. Mazingira eco tax, levy on nearly all goods. Green levy sugar tax. Fuel levy. There's going to fuel levy plus 10% cash per liter. Increase in fuel levy. Mobile money levies, 1% tax on payments. 5% agriculture tax on tea, coffee, avocado sales. Land rates and idle land tax, 10%. So that means landowners are also going to get taxed. Internet access levy, 15% tax on bundles. Green levy sugar tax. Again. So, guys, Finance Bill 2025 is worse than Finance Bill 2024. It will devastate households. Business owners are about to have it rough. And this is why we have to reject Finance Bill 2025. So, guys, wait. It gets even worse. KRA can access bank, M-Pesa data without a court order. What happened to privacy? Another one, fringe benefits tax rises from 9% to 30%, reducing employee benefits. Sijui kama mmenisikia hapo. Employees reject Finance Bill 2025. VAT exemptions and for locally assembled funds, increasing the costs. 16% VAT on digital services like streaming. By the way, this is where digital content creators, you come in. That means they are going to tax digital content creation. That's also going to get taxed. 0 rating removed for essentials like drugs, hiking, living costs. Again, guys, you have had it. Finance bill in 2025 needs to be rejected. Life is already hard as it is. Life is already hard for just regular Kenyans. It can't get any harder than it already is. And that's why I'm telling you guys, we have to reject Finance Bill 2025.
And also another interesting thing for those people who love social media, apparently your favorite influencer is going to need documentation for her to post their little story times, where you sit down, they are chatting you, telling you about their day, advertising products. Yeah, they are going to need papers for this. And I feel like this is just the government trying to regulate the social media after last year. And I feel like a lot of mostly political leaders are saying, social media has come to ruin this current generation, social media, the Gen Zs and their phones, Gen Zs and everything. But I feel social media is here doing better for us, because most of us couldn't even be bothered to read the finance bill before last year. I could hear, the finance bill came out, and I'll be like, they can approve whatever. The MPs can do whatever they want. They can pass the bills. But after last year, trust me, I'm going to read that thing page by page. Because there is no way they are going to add more taxes on taxes, yet we are trying to figure our lives out. Like, how do you want this to pan out? Apparently, the objective for this whole thing is to reduce borrowing from outside countries and whatever. And, promote local businesses, promote like the country funding itself. But at what cost do we have to fund ourselves? At what point? And this comes at a time when Kenyans are very focused to read it and know it. And actually, people are interested to know what taxes have been added on them. There is even another one where the KRA doesn't have to have a court order for them to go through your bank statement. Yes, your M-Pesa statements, they can just give them to me like a book, and they will just go through them and see how much you have transacted. And people are saying this is concerning because considering that privacy is guaranteed to you by the Constitution, and yet they want to overlook that fact and say, we want to check on how much you have. We don't even have to have a court order to check what you have. We are gonna get it for free. So you better take that finance bill and read it right now, because it is affecting all of us. Leave your comments below and tell me, what other new facts have you discovered? What other new thing have you discovered that they have added in that book? It may look like well and good from the outside, but dig deeper, dive deeper, and actually know how it is affecting your livelihood as a person. This has been Havana Media, and I have been your host, Celestine Wandia. Thank you for watching.